6 weeks out from the 2026 Arnold Classic, Nick Walker or Andrew Jacked? With the 2026 Arnold Classic just weeks away, all eyes in the bodybuilding world are on the two standout men's open competitors, Nick Walker and Andrew Jacked. Both bring huge fan followings, freak-level physiques, and very different recent trajectories, making the upcoming showdown one of the most anticipated in recent memory. Nick Walker, Redemption Mode. Nick Walker, known as the Mutant, enters the final stretch of prep with a clear focus on regaining momentum after a disappointing outing at the 2025 Mr. Olympia, where he placed 6th despite being among the favorites. Recent updates show Walker continuing to train intensely specifically for this event. Around 9 weeks out, he shared a brutal leg day session and spoke about tightening his waist and bringing improved conditioning to the Arnold Classic stage. Experts and commentators have varied opinions on his prospects. Some believe that if Walker brings the same Pittsburgh Pro look he showed previously, a package that impressed many, he could legitimately contend for the title. Derek Lunsford, a reigning champion himself, even said Walker could win if conditions fall in his favor and he hits his best shape. On the other hand, analysts like Bob Ciccirillo predict Walker may finish in the top 4 but perhaps just outside the top spots if he doesn't maximize his peak. And even suggested he consider alternate contests like the Detroit Pro to secure another Olympia qualification spot later in the season. Flexed biceps Andrew Jacked, the rising contender. Meanwhile, Andrew Jacked has been quietly but steadily rising in the ranks. Coming off a third-place finish at the 2025 Olympia, Jacked has proven he belongs among the elite and is widely expected to bring a formidable package to Columbus. Bodybuilding legends are taking notice. Jay Cutler recently predicted that Jacked has all the tools to win both the Arnold Classic and Mr. Olympia titles, a huge endorsement from a 4-time Olympia winner. Jacked's coach comments also highlight his mindset. According to Training Insiders, he's committed, focused, and looking freaky, a phrase in the sport that means he's showing extreme muscle density and shape as he nears peak condition. How analysts see the matchup. Bodybuilding voices like Lee Priest have broken down the Arnold Classic landscape and see a very open contest among potential winners. Walker, Jacked, Martin Fitzwater, and Hardy Chupan all have legitimate claims if they bring their best conditioning and stage presence. Priest specifically noted that if Andrew is on, he could dominate thanks to his freaky size and aesthetics, comparing his potential to classic greats. But he also said that Walker's cartoonish freak factor gives him a chance too, meaning the judges' preferences could play a big role once they hit the stage. Fire who has the edge? At roughly 6 weeks out, here's how the matchup stacks up. Nick Walker, aimed at redemption and improved conditioning after a tough 2025 Olympia, has a wow factor, a muscularity and fan appeal. Predictions range from contender to potentially just off the podium if he doesn't peak perfectly. Andrew Jacked, coming off a breakout year with a strong Olympia showing, praised for his focus mindset and ongoing improvements. Endorsed by top names as a favorite for both Arnold and Olympia. In other words, Jacked currently projects as a slightly more consistent threat, mainly because he's building off a recent podium result and seems dialed in physically and mentally. But Walker's upside on a perfect day could still make this a very close battle depending on how each athlete peels down and brings their conditioning. Calendar looking ahead to Columbus. The 2026 Arnold Classic, one of the most prestigious shows outside of Mr. Olympia, takes place from March 5th to 8th in Columbus, Ohio. With a massive prize purse and a title that often launches winners into legendary status, both Walker and Jacked will want to leave it all on the stage. Regardless of who ultimately wins, this matchup represents a crossroads for men's open bodybuilding as new stars rise and legend meets resurgence, and fans are watching closer than ever.